Have you ever done a podcast in an open house?
Never. I've been doing this for almost 40 years. This is my first one.
Well, this is Boyd the Broker. You know, I suffered a major stroke in 2021, but now I've become an example of what can be accomplished with dedication, family, and above all, hope. I'm willing to discuss anything so that others will find inspiration to recover as well as I have. Boyd the Broker on iHeartRadio, Real Estate Wealth and Wellness, and one of my oldest clients. And that doesn't sound right, does it? My oldest clients, one of my favorite clients. That's what I meant to say.
That sounds better.
And it's hilarious. Miriam, who helps me out as the producer of the podcast, gives me a little card and tell me the client's name and what we should talk about. And it says John Beaver. And this is John Weaver with a W, but John Beaver is kind of a cool name.
Yeah, I kind of like that. Yeah, let me change it. I'll give the courts a call and see what I can do.
I'm not sure I would buy life insurance from John Beaver, though.
That would be a perfect person to buy life insurance.
I'm not sure. And I'll tell you one thing. Medicare and life insurance are the same thing, right?
No, they're not the same thing.
See, you know what? If you mess with an insurance guy,
yeah, man,
you get
don't mess
look.
with insurance guys. That's right.
And why did you give me that look? Look at all these cameras and everything. Look at that view behind us.
I know, it's amazing.
Come on.
Amazing view, isn't it?
773 Via Samonte. Shouldn't we be consolidating some of the properties that you have and then we can just buy this one?
Oh, it'd be a piece of cake then, right?
Come on. Your lovely wife, Debbie, would love to live here.
She would. She would love it.
I would live here.
And why don't you?
Why don't I live downstairs and you guys live upstairs?
Well, we have that. Well, we already have an arrangement like that. That's kind of cool. Yeah. We live upstairs and the rest of the family lives downstairs. It's pretty cool. But they would love it here. This is an awesome place.
Well, geez, but there's not enough room for the rest of the family. If I'm living downstairs and you and Debbie are upstairs, I think the outlaws, the in-laws, I think they're out of luck.
I don't know, man. This is a pretty good place. You could put a little cot here and you'd be set.
It is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean, did you go to the garage? Did you see the view out of the garage?
That window?
Absolutely That's hilarious.
Amazing.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's just crazy.
Man, holy cow. So, John Weaver, tell me, all kidding aside, tell me about why is life insurance and Medicare different? Or what the heck is Medicare anyway? Is that some sort of, I don't even know what Medicare is. Isn't that an insurance that pays for you when you get old and you have a problem?
Well, kind of, yeah. So once you turn 65, you look into getting Medicare. There's 5 reasons why you do, and there's some reasons why you don't. But life insurance is totally different than Medicare. Life insurance is if something happens to you, if you get sick, you get a lump sum. You can spend that money any way you want. Let me give you a quick story. I know you love stories. You talk about stories.
Here we go. He was on my podcast last time, and that story, I think he's still telling it.
It's still continuing. It's a long one.
Wow.
So I had a client in Northern California. He cleaned pools. Nice guy, had a family, 4 daughters and a wife. I sat down with him. He got a $500,000 life insurance policy, right? Signed him up, and I said, here's the kicker. This is what you need to do. You need to write me a check for the first premium, and then you get insurance for 60 days, right? So we signed him, went back. He got all the meds, everything was done. He got accepted. And then 4 days before we were coming down there to sign him and to hand him the policy, he was diagnosed with terminal brain cancer. He had 3 months to live. That's crazy, right? So when we sat down with him and he told us this story, I said, well, look, you're insured. You're going to get this check for $500,000 from this company because you wrote the first month's premium. So they got a check for $500,000, and that's the power of life insurance, man. That's a great story.
That is a great story. Normally I come in and say something funny, and it's kind of difficult when you start talking about terminal things and everything, so I let you just go with that. But that was a better story than the last one, I will admit. But any story is kind of a good story when you have this for a backdrop.
I know. The view is absolutely amazing.
Look at those people down there. They're looking up going, what the heck? What Boyd the Broker podcast, Bob the Builder, what's going on? And then they see the view and they're like, oh, wow.
Well,
look at that.
That's the one. That's the reason. Yeah,
there it is.
Absolutely.
Well, John Weaver, thanks for coming on again.
Hey, thank you.
What about the next one? You'll just keep coming, right?
I'll keep coming, man.
Why not?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's fun. And this one, my gosh, you see how many drinks I had and food? You better eat. You better have some stuff. I offered you a Krispy Kreme. cream and you said no.
I'm trying to watch my my weight, so that's what I'm trying to do.
Dude, have a poppy. You know, the poppy's the new soda where it's like there's no calories or something. There's a
There
bunch
you
of
go.
poppies. Go have one.
There you go. All right. Thank you.
Good to see you, buddy.
Hey, always a pleasure.
Thanks,
Thank you.
John. Bye-bye.
All right.